just a very brief explanation of why we have these sites for those who may not have been around for the data migration into REGIS. The Z Pre-REGIS sites were created as a generic option for studies migrated into REGIS, and they were not an option for researchers to select as their site for applications once REGIS was implemented. Currently in the system, we have over 6,000 studies listed as a Z Pre-REGIS site, and just under 4,000 of those have one of the following statuses: authorised, authorised with conditions, completed, suspended, halted. All these statuses mean that the study is technically still active. So why do we need to correct this? The National One-Stop Shop is coming. Whilst we don't have a confirmed date for when, we want to ensure we are not rushed to tidy all our data, as we know from last data migration what a huge task this was for our already busy research office teams. By starting to work through this now, we'll ensure we have enough time to confirm the data being migrated, should be migrated, and is as up to date as possible. And simply, we will not be putting Z Pre-REGIS sites into NOS, as that is not shiny clean data. Now, how will we do this? We will provide each research office team a spreadsheet with all their current Z Pre-REGIS site projects that need updating. Research office teams will need to work through their list to update either the status, site, or both for each project. We've created these templates similar to our HOD department update templates with the drop-down option functionality. Once the spreadsheet is completed, the REGIS team will then work with the F1 team to complete this as a bulk update. So just a few things to consider. From the summary I showed earlier, we can see that the majority of the projects are currently showing with the status suspended or authorised. Just as a reminder, REGIS will automatically mark a project suspended when a progress report is 180 days overdue or ethics is over 12 months expired. But projects with ethics outside of REGIS do not have this automatic suspension functionality. A new status has been created, Z Pre-REGIS do not migrate. Projects that this status is recommended for are those that show no activity within REGIS since the system was implemented. However, there are some outliers where the project has been specifically marked suspended or halted by a research office, and your team may need to follow up. We do recommend any changes are communicated with the listed PI as either an FYI or for more recent projects to seek an update on the study. We do anticipate there'll be increased communication from researchers, but it's important to see this as a positive step to ensure less stress later on. Just want to give a quick example of the dashboard and how useful it can be for this data cleansing. There are a number of dashboards available in REGIS for research office teams to use to easily view the live data in REGIS. Dashboards can be found on the left-hand menu over here, the green. And then you navigate to the Z Pre-REGIS dashboard, and this will show you all your current Z Pre-REGIS sites for your office. You can then apply the following filters up here to your project status. So for this, we will do authorised, authorised with conditions, completed, halted, and suspended. And then this filter will then filter the data to the projects that require updating. This data is the same as what we will provide in your personalised spreadsheet, but live. This is useful for easy access to the project summary under your application here. We've got the PI email as well as their full name. And then over here, we've got the related applications link that will link you to view current ethics and other site statuses that could be helpful in identifying what this project should be marked. We're going to do an example of the spreadsheet. So each office with Z Pre-REGIS sites in the system will receive a personalised spreadsheet for their team to work through. Today, I've randomly chosen Hunter New England's spreadsheet as our example, so thank you, Hunter New England. As you can see, the spreadsheet has the current status of the project, and then column next to it will be for the updated status. There's a drop-down menu for you to select the status from. As mentioned earlier, the Z Pre-REGIS status can be used for studies if they have had no activity in REGIS since REGIS was implemented. Otherwise, there are the other options available that may be relevant for the project. If the project is still active, please ensure you then update the site. Over on this far column here, we have updated organisation, and you'll be able to select from your organisation's sites. New England's options are all there. So just a couple of reminders. Changing the status does not delete a project. If a status needs to be amended again, we can do so. This is the benefit of completing this early, time to correct any identified issues or concerns. We anticipate the increased amount of communication from researchers. Please remember, this is not a bad thing. We're in a much better position this time around, and this is all about making data migration a smoother experience for all. And most importantly, the Regis team is here to assist as much as possible, but need to work together as we can't make these changes without your support. So next steps. We'll be sending a follow-up email after this session with your personalised spreadsheet, recording of this webinar and the slides, and any additional QRGs and resources to assist. Some research officers only have a small number of projects that need updating. If you would prefer to complete this manually without the spreadsheet, please reach out to the Regis team and we can provide some guidance. Otherwise, you can complete the spreadsheet as shown earlier. We do ask that the spreadsheets are returned by the end of the financial year. If you can send through sooner, that would be much appreciated. And again, if you require any assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out.